Okay, so we're doing Blackwork Tattoos today.
Yeah, okay. So we'll start with the email from Dan. It says, "Hi guys, always great to see how you're showing what can really be done with black work and color. I've recently started blacking out the negative space on my torso. All black work is one pass. Let me know what you think, as I would love some feedback on my project. Thanks, Dan."
So we've seen this bat before, and we've seen this arm before as well. I think the bat is gonna need to be redone, personally.
I like the bat, but he probably needs some more black. Blacker black?
Well, the black on his torso is gonna chill out to kind of what you see on his arm. So because that black work on his arm is kind of older now. So the black will be tonally more similar than it is, but it won't be quite the same. It looks like they used probably a different black for the bat than they did for his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that the bat will look a little too out of place long term. With that said, I really like this whole concept, but I think that some parts of it are better than others, like that mess. The mess and the rose up there, the negative space thing, and the girl face there aren't up to snuff with the black work or the bat now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bat is my favorite part. I feel like you could probably get rid of the heartogram, but I mean, at least black out the interior spots
I think
of the heartogram.
Everything but the bat is pretty wacky, and I don't think that you need any of that crap. But the problem is the bat is placed poorly if you black everything else out. Like, he'll really be in a weird position. He's not big enough then. Like right now, he kind of fits because everything else is of a similar scale. But if you just have black around him, it's going to be a real problem. So I don't know what you do about that. But like, I do like the bat a lot, so I don't want him to be completely gone.
I know, I don't want to see him go, and I like the graveyard tummy scene is really cool. Like, there's some really cool tattoos
know about that.
here. Yeah, no, I really
it's really small.
I think there's some really neat tattoos here. It's really hard to say goodbye to some of these, but the blackout's looking really good.
I think a lot of this stuff needs to go, especially like that red spiderweb stuff.
Oh yeah, and the lady faces need to go.
Yeah, but again, like the minute you do that, it's like the bat staying is a problem because he's in such an odd spot.
Yeah, well, he could put a moon and some stars.
Yeah, he's gonna have to rebuild the scene around the bat, I think, with work over top of black if you want to keep the bat. But then the problem becomes that the bat is tonally different from all the work over black. So I don't know. If you do black out more of this, like the more you do, the bigger these problems become, because the black looks really clean and quite frankly better done than the existing tattoos. And he had this problem on his arm as well, because his arm is, not as good as, like, the work that's left is not as good as the black.
Is this his arm, this one?
Yep.
Oh, I really like the the Lucifer sigil there, and like the like negative spacey one. I like that. That's really cool. It's
but
clean
like,
lines.
we've reacted to this guy's arm before.
I don't remember the Lucifer sigil. Clean lines.
Yeah, I know he had all this stuff before.
Cool,
he had like the color negative space bats and stuff that I had suggested just blacking those out because they don't really stand out anymore. They kind of like washed out, and it's hard to tell what they even are.
I like them.
And like this skull is, again,
the
skull, both of them. I think it's two different skulls, yeah. I think are both pretty weak, and the black in them looks pretty bad by comparison. So while I do like the idea, I just think that you're holding on to those pieces for too long. I think they should go. And you should just try and rebuild something over top of them later.
Oh, I really liked the cutout bats. Super cool.
The bat on his torso is really cool, but the rest of it I don't like much. And the black is fairly nice. So
yeah. All right. So moving on. The next one is from Catherine. It says, "Hey Remy, I've recently stumbled upon your channel and binged your Remy Reacts videos, which I think are awesome. I love what you're doing and was wondering if you could help me out with brainstorming ideas on my stomach project. I believe I've laid out a solid foundation already for a color dragon piece, but I'm unsure of what style would go well with the black. I also want to add something in the empty space between the swords, but am drawing a blank with that. With what exactly? My main goal is for the end, product is for it to be as cohesive as possible, trying to black and color together in the best way. Not sure if you'd make a video on this subject. If not, at least you know you got a huge admirer from LA. Can't wait to see where your own tattoo journey goes. Much love, Catherine. All right, let's take a look.
Where's the dragon going?
Looking back. Dragon. Color dragon piece.
Yeah. I don't know.
Stomach project.
I don't know how a colored dragon piece fits into this.
Right?
I mean, you could swoop them in and around all of this, but I mean, I don't understand how that's going to all tie in here. Now, with this stomach piece, I don't see color coming into it.
Yeah, I feel like you might regret adding color. I mean, I have a couple color tattoos. Wow, and I really regret them because I really like black and gray and.
Well, I prefer I prefer color, but like in this, what you've got going on here, I think that what would be best is to just continue that.
Yeah.
Like you have a bit of a flow at this. As much as I don't necessarily love like the sizing and
placement.
Well, the placement is kind of okay, but. I don't like the flat black kind of tribal-esque look to this, but it does have a flow and it does something for the shape of the body here.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I agree with that.
If you continue this kind of tribal all black kind of structure on your torso more, you could probably frame in and around the bust, and then you could do some stuff over top of on the chest that was similar to this. I could see some really easy paths with this to kind of keep adding to this, but I don't see a color dragon in any way because like the dragon needs space to flow, right? Like you got to really, with that dragon, you really need to like wrap around things and kind of be able to show the whole body and use the whole sort of structure to create that. And
and I feel like you've limited your space here.
Because if you make the dragon too small, especially here, it's going to look really, really tiny by comparison. Because these things are of a size that if you make the dragon small, the perspective is wonky.
Right, because you don't want your swords to be bigger than your dragon.
No.
That just seems weird.
Yeah.
It's like a baby dragon.
I mean, you could do a dragon on your back.
Yeah.
You've got your whole back open.
Yeah, back dragon.
I mean, I have yet to see a dragon that takes up an entire torso. Like it goes from like the back to front. That would be really cool to see, but I feel like it would be hard to nail that personally.
Well, you gotta figure out. I mean, depending on the style of the dragon, if we're going medieval or like oriental, you gotta figure out where all those weird little limbs are gonna go and wings and like it's
I mean, you could do a tribal dragon.
That would be kind of cool.
Like you could do like a
same style,
a full black tribal dragon.
That would be pretty badass.
But I would put that like up
in the underbust area,
in the underbust,
like coming down, even between, like have the
you
head
could have it in between the chest
and have the wings. Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Like if you're set on a dragon, I would go that route instead of going like full color with it because I really don't see how you could possibly do.
Yeah, I don't think illustrative like would go with what you've got going on, but that's just.
Well, it's because there's just flat black here. Mm-hmm. So the minute you do that, it's like, I don't know how you do any more than that.
No, me neither.
Like I personally don't see it, but I don't hate this. I quite understand it. I don't know where this, like if this is from something or whatever, but I kind of like the way it looks now, and so I would just add more of this stuff rather than trying to change the style of it all of a sudden. Like it's just, you have other parts of your body you could do that on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Do a dragon on your leg or your back, and it would look a lot better and more fitting personally.
I agree.
But yeah, not bad.